Oh hey folks, this is Seven here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Farm Sim 17. Yes indeed, we are here on the World Challenge map. And well, I decided to flog Field 1 in favor of getting a little bit of kit together. I paid off our loan. That put us a little bit in debt. I kind of paid it off accidentally. I meant to click pay back 5,000 and I clicked pay the loan. So coming out 23 grand in debt after all the work and effort I'd put into it didn't seem right. So I sold Field 1. I upgraded to the slightly larger tractor in the two Fords that were there. I bought us this little Volvo wheel loader. Fairly cheap, it's less than 10 grand. And then the accessories, I bought us a bucket and a log fork. We have this nice Yimpa plow. And bought us a small tipper. So there we go, that's our equipment. Let's think about getting it home, shall we? Oh, and of course a low loader trailer for moving our stuff around. Something I think is going to come in handy dandy as we go through this. I hope everybody is doing well. It's been a wonderful weekend here so far on the west coast of British Columbia, Canada. We had snow a couple of days ago. It's pretty much all gone now. And calling for some rain coming in. So that should get rid of the rest of her. So yeah, we used to own Field 1, we don't anymore, but that's okay. We're going to pretty much leave our efforts to concentrate on our own property, which is coming along fairly well, I might add. But again, I do need to keep in mind we are going to be doing a lot of forestry work here. A lot. So anything that we do pick up that's going to help us along those lines is certainly not going to be passed up when possible. The little Profi hopper cleaner thing is doing quite well. I haven't done a lot with it, to be honest with you. I kind of just started for the day. After working pretty much 24 hours straight, I thought we should take a little bit. So, there we go. Let's unfold the ramp. Oh, we do. Some boxes of goodies ready. There we go. Alright, let's hop into our Volvo. There we go. Nice piece of equipment this, and like I say, really inexpensive. Grab the log fork. It will tow a trailer as well, which is kind of nice. Not all of them, of course, but anything with the appropriate hitch. Whoop, a little too far there. Okay. You could actually see the ramp flex a little bit as we got off it there. Alright. Alrighty. And more than capable of off-road work. I've used this on a number of maps. I really like it. As a little wheel loader, it's considerably more maneuverable than a lot of them with the rear wheel steering. Very easy to use. Alright, I think we got a good grip on him. This will certainly be easier than taking him a little bit at a time in the truck. Ooh, almost lost track of us then. There we go. Nice. That's a fair chunk of money. Completely caged, so she's definitely set up for working out here in the bush. Yeah, nice little toy. Nice little toy. Kind of a whacked out steering wheel, but oh well. Hey. I'm really surprised it doesn't actually use levers rather than a wheel. Whoa. The only thing close to this that I've driven actually did. Much like you'd find on a cat. Caterpillar tractor. Yes, indeed. Where's that bundle? There it is. Open says me. I'm not sure why it stops so harshly. Is there a stump in there or something? Okay, let's try going past that. Well, I guess that's what it was. So there must be a stump in there. There we go. Oh, there is two. Look at that. Right there. Now luckily these little tiny ones, there we go, if you can get all the way through it like that, will actually disappear for the most part. Oh, this one didn't. It actually did leave a little piece. So let's see if we can get rid of it going the other way instead. I think I have my saw turned off to produce no chips. That's not good. Let's change that, shall we? There we go, that's better. I've never run into one like this before. Usually just simply there we go. That's what it usually does. It just completely disappears. And we may... No? Sometimes you can get rid of the extra little bits of branches there too. Apparently this time they're determined to cling on. So yeah, those little guys are pretty hard to find. And sometimes that's what it takes, is you actually end up banging something else into them, then you can find them. So this is pretty much what we're going to need here, is to get this rest of this cleanup done. And then we're going to start cutting our field. Boy, I wish I had done this at the beginning. This is so much easier than stacking them in the truck. And we're making some pretty good money. Well, I mean, same prices I'd get by bringing them down in the truck. And I don't think I'm getting quite as many at a time. But again, that's alright. This is so much easier. It doesn't take, well, for time to effort sort of ratio, yeah, this is a lot less time consuming. Ooh, she does struggle a bit with that hill, eh? It's not the most powerful piece of equipment in the world, but not for a wheel loader anyway, obviously. In fact, the least powerful compared to anything else in what the game offers us. That should do it. Get them all? Oh, come on. Push, push, push. Come on, I want that last one. There we go. Yes. And knuckle them all up. Good. There we are. Get them pinned. And let's take them down. That's the last of it. Yeah, that's a much easier. Darn, I wish I'd had this thing right at the beginning. I could have maybe done it in 18 hours instead of 24. Well, you have paid for yourself. Well, probably not, but you know what I mean. Just in the amount of work saved, this thing is a blessing. Ooh, lots of brakes coming down that hill. Easy for things to get out of control. Now I do have that quick reset thing, so if we do happen to roll into the chuck, although I guess at this point I don't really need it anymore, do I? Because when you get right down to it, if they reset to the shop, I can at least go and get them now. So there we go. Alright, that's our logs. Beautiful. Now I could use the bucket for scooping our wood chips. The thing is, it's such a pain in the bum. I mean, it holds not quite double. It holds, I believe, our bucket for this thing is 6,000 liter. The Profi cleaner only holds 3,500. But, like I said, you don't have to continuously try and muck about with whether or not you're going to be level enough to scoop something, or whether you're going to scoop it up and then dump half of it back out into the field again. So, excellent piece of equipment, this. Love it. So we tuck that a little further towards the back of the fence. There we go. Awesome. Not a bad piece of kit. Not bad. Been around for a while, too. So, you, sir. Get your ramps folded back up. And let's go find a place to put you for this short term, shall we? I think, oops, right along this wall. should do it. Are you fairly level? Yes, you are. Beautiful. There's our Herbst trailer. Let's go back into town. This is no quicker than the other tractor. As I say, it's just got more horsepower. And it was a difference. We were either going to end up having to buy the Massey plow, which is 2 meters, and it requires only an 80, I believe, 80 horsepower tractor. We could have done that, but I really did want the Yimpa. It's 3.9 meters, so almost double the size, and it requires a 180 horsepower tractor, so 100 more horse. Now this, I believe, is 187 horse in the configuration I have it in, so should handle that quite well. And for double the plow size, that's always worth it, because we are going to be leaving the plow the field thing on. So and of course we do have the trailer to pick up as well, but we'll not be doing them both at the same time, obviously. And there are some other things we will need. It's also time to start thinking about preparing our bee empire, amongst other things. So first things first, though, let's find out if best laid plans are going to pay off. Because the only thing with this Ford is, of course, is I can't do a darn thing about the weights. So if this ends up, yeah, see, there's a problem. See how close to the ground that is? That is going to drag like a bugger every time we hit a bump. That's going to want to dig into the ground. See, we're fine out here on the pavement. But we'll see what happens once we hit the dirt. Well, so far, so good. Yeah. When it bounces, it definitely digs in. But not too bad. I've used the bigger versions of this plow, and sometimes when they bounce and dig in, man, it'll pretty much yank your tractor to a halt. You see it is having issues. And yeah, that's because of the fact that these things don't tend to raise it high enough to get it all off the ground. Yeah, come on, I was trying to go that way. Let's see what it looks like, shall we? Now we are going to allow it to create fields. Alright. Alright, let's try this. That's about it. Alright, so that is going to be the width of our field, and then I'm going to go all the way down to the end Don't think it's going to quite come up with the size we maybe had on the number 1 field, but it's going to be enough to get us started, that's for sure. We will, of course, have another field across there, another field across there, another field over there. We'll get it all done. But I think we've got a good start. Now, obviously, we need a cultivator. We're going to need... Yeah, see, here's your issue. Things like trying to get up that hill, she almost didn't make it. You know. So, yeah, we're going to need, as I say, cultivator, seeder, all of that happy stuff. But we will get to it. We will get to it. Ah, I'd better turn that off to limit fields, and then we'll set it down. I don't want it to just sink into the ground up to the barbs. Ooh, look what I see. Apparently our chickens have been happy with us. Nice. Any more, girls? Oh, there's one. Might as well grab the few you do have here. Whoop. Ooh, I managed it. Wow. It's impressive. Alright. Yeah, I have a lot more cleanup to do, as you can see. So from there, right pretty much to in front of this rock will be the size of it. So it's not bad. Not bad. For a first clearing, that'll do, and then our second one back here will be another nice big level field. And now that we have some kit to actually haul some logs away, we'll not the fastest tractor in the world. Just saying. Just saying. Come on. There we go. Now, I picked this particular tipper not for its capacity, but for its versatility. It has allows you to swap things up reasonably well, including capacity. So. There we go. And we can change our tip side, tension belts. It's got all of those good things. As I say, it's just a fairly versatile trailer, which is nice. And we can do things like that. Alright, so there you are. Let's get this home. And then I am going to continue with my wood chippery. Now I guess either poop or water needs to be added to these trees to make them functional. It's usually the case. And I'm not sure what the deal is with these fields that are unnumbered. You know, whether they're just sort of a free-for-all or... Because if they are, well then definitely selling field 1 was called for, because it's tying up assets absolutely unnecessarily. I was kind of surprised though, the Bank of Hagenstadt, now I'm not sure how it works, it's not something I've dealt with a lot, but the Bank of Hagenstadt, although it did list a lease price, it listed the price of the field at 161k at loose change. When I sold the field, however, now I had about 6k on us, I think at the time, 5 or 6, somewhere in that range. I only ended up with 135,000 total in my account. So, I mean, whether they're, you know, maybe they use some kind of brokerage fees or something to sell the field, I don't know. But I had expected about 30k more than I actually received, so, yeah. And we are realizing as well that, well, gorgeous a little farm as we have managed to cut ourselves here. Definitely comes up a little bit shy in the old equipment storage area. And that's alright. We happen to be a little bit shy on equipment at the moment. So, excellent. So let's have a look, shall we, at what we have available for cultivators, first of all. Yeah, they start about there. I don't think I've got anything in mods. Oh, I do. We've got the little Massey Ferguson. That looks more like a plow, doesn't it? 3 meter, 150 horse. But we've got this guy. It's 5 meters. And only requires an 88 horse tractor. Compared to this guy here, which is only 3 meters. It requires a 90. Shall we go cheap? I mean, it's not a great cultivator, but it's probably everything we need. And it's certainly the price that I like. Yes. Okay. Now, we're also going to need a seeder. Nothing too exotic. You get that little guy. He's 3 meters. That would be plenty. And for the price, it's probably about what we're looking for. Then we got this guy. Very limited crops, though. I don't see any reason not to. Okay, this does fertilizing and seeding. Okay, we're gonna go with the slightly more expensive. Alright, so we now have those. So if we go to placeables, select. What's it going to cost if I want to have seed here on the farm? 75 for the seed tank and another 85. So that's a lot of money. 16K. What are my other options? What? How about pallets? Select. Yeah, we could certainly do that. Grab some fertilizer. Grab some seed pallets. I mean, you don't get very many of these before you've paid for that other thing, I'll tell you. Chicken pallets, really? Ah, here we go. Soil pallets and sand pallets. Nice. And then we've got our bales. Yeah, I don't know that we wouldn't be better off with the placeables, to be honest with you. So we may well do that instead. But for the moment, I kind of need to get to work. I do. These aren't anywhere near, are they? No, okay. I want to get it back to on the hour. I missed once, and when I did pick them up, it was on the half hour. So since it takes exactly an hour, they don't tick over on the hour, it just takes an hour to make. So, yeah. I'm trying to set it back to the actual hour. Good way to find stumps too, because the bar will cruise through it, but nothing else will. So if there's a little stump in the middle, you usually find it. And I have no doubt that at some point I'm going to have to go up there and get that stump grinder back out. And this should fill her. Boom. You guys on a little dashboard, eh? Yeah, I got that speedo. Why would you put a speedo in that goes up to 30 when this thing won't even do, oh, it goes up to 30 mile an hour. Holy smoke. Oh, wait, no, that's a tachometer. RPM times 100. So why does it drop to 0? Okay, I think the mod author might have got a little confused. But it also gives you your capacity, fuel capacity, and how much weight you got in the back. I'm not sure what the 0 is, but there we go. Tip her up. Neat device. Good to see a return of the old Profi hopper. I put many hours on these things, especially in Farm Sim 13. This was sort of the go-to machine for doing my sheep. You just leave one by the sheep barn, and every time the sheep would run out of grass, you'd go and fill this up once and tip it in there. It'd take you no time. Awesome. Alright, I'm going to get the edge done so that I can start at least do the outline. I like that you can drive into the middle of a pile too and scoop it all just by sitting in it. It's like a big vacuum cleaner. There we go. So you just park in the pile, wait long enough, and it'll suck up whatever's in reach. Won't get all of it if it's too big a pile, of course. Now I did run into some of the those amazing little forever stumps. And yeah, you get this sort of thing going on. Just a giant pile of wood chips. On one of them I ended up actually turning my wood chip thing down to 0. Just because it would not stop, no matter how long I ground on it. So I finally managed, by wiggling the cutter back and forth, I guess I found that magic spot that made it disappear. So I finally got the one stump down, but I swear it built a pile the size of a tractor before I could put a stop to it. So, yeah. But anyways, I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing until I get all the wood chips up. Next episode, we should be able to put in our first field. So, awesome. Again, thanks to all of you guys that are watching these videos and help to inspire this series, as it were. And shout out to my buddy Delirious. Yes, you were right. Selling the field in town was a darn good idea. Alright, folks, till next time, this has been Species 7 for Farm Sim 17. Take care of each other, and ciao for now.